Hey Spuddies, Potato McWhiskey here, and welcome to Let's Play Civilization 6. What do we have in store today? I have absolutely no idea, but I know that we're going to be playing on deity difficulty on a standard map size with a little old small continents map. We're going to be playing fairly standard settings, at least standard for me, which will be abundant resources, new world age, wet rainfall, and legendary start position. I have been enjoying the monopolies and corporations mode, so I'm tempted to reactivate it. I enjoyed it in my last game, so I think I will go ahead and activate it. And I do like the barbarian clans. So let's play with these two. These two seem quite fun. I have no idea who I'm going to be playing, so we're just going to go ahead and get... Do I want to play? No, I won't play Heroes and Legends. Well, we're fooling around monopolies and corporations. I think that's quite a fun one. The thing I like about monopolies and corporations is that it incentivizes you to go to war for tourism, which I feel like adds an interesting element to the tourism victory that was missing. Okay, we managed to roll Robert the Bruce, which is going to be interesting. Ooh... Now this is really interesting for a start location. Wow, that is just thumbnail worthy right there. This start location, whatever this is, that is a thumbnail right there. I think I'm going to try to play this out. I think I have a couple of ideas of how I could maybe make, I don't know if I'd say make this work, but there's something we could pull together here. So we're going to be playing as Robert the Bruce, which means we want to be doing something in the direction of great scientists, great engineers, and amenities. We also have the golf course, right? Gives us +2 amenities. Very important that we get those +2 amenities because happy cities give you extra science and extra production. You also get +1 culture if it's adjacent to a city center and +1 culture if it's adjacent to an entertainment complex. It does give you tourism, but that's not the most important thing. And you get 1 per city. So this is just 2 amenities. That is great. We get the Scottish Enlightenment, right? 5% science and 5% production when they're happy, and that is doubled when you are ecstatic. You get +1 great scientist points per campus and +1 great engineer point per industrial zone. So I am kind of tempted to settle in place because if we look at this, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fishing tiles in range. How and ever. If I move down a tile, I lose a fishing tile, but I get a little bit closer to a potential like early hill. So moving down a tile seems kind of important because if I move down a tile, right? So if I settle here, I could get like a really good +4 harbor, right? Like that could totally happen. However, if I move down a tile, I will live with a +3 harbor. I could go for an early mausoleum. Okay, mausoleum in this capital city would be amazing. Then I could theoretically go for a theater square. All right, hear me out. I could definitely go for a campus and an industrial zone, and then that would be a Venetian arsenal right there. Just 100% chance, right? Can you start to see how this is all starting to come together as having a decent amount of potential? I think this is a really interesting capital city that we might be able to make work. This is definitely a challenge start. Now, we could shuffle things around if we wanted to move another turn, but if we moved another turn, we would lose a fishing boat, and I like the idea of keeping the fishing boats. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to move down a tile. I will settle right here. Boosh. There's knowledge of sailing. We do want to delete our pins. We will have a 3 food tile to start with, so we will grow relatively quickly. We're going to immediately go for sailing, and we're going to open with a... We're actually going to open with a builder in this particular game because our goal is to get these fishing boats online as fast as possible. Because if we can get double fishing boat, we can get to celestial navigation nice and quickly. And we also need to be able to build galleys to actually defend our coastal water. So huge potential here for a very interesting opener, and we can use our warrior here to scout. A very interesting and a very weird opener. This is going to be like a little mountain valley. I just know it. Okay, well, there is at the very least a very strong campus there, and then if we were to settle on the chocolate, there could be, you know, a pretty good harbor here. This is already starting to shape up to be an interesting city in of itself. We have met India. Okay, so a gentle eruption has gone off, so we won't be settling there. Well, we met India at least. Just kind of an interesting opening move. And he stole a little bit of our thunder. And we met Kumasi too. We were the first to meet Kumasi, so we do get that little bit of culture. And now we're working that nice fishing tile, which is good. The city has no production, which is fine. We're going to go sailing into mining in the hope that we can get like a grassland mine online. This is going to be a single city start here, I think, for quite a while that we will have to play without any extra stuff. So there's Code of Laws. I'm going to plug in God King because I would like Fishboat Pantheon. I'm going to plug in Discipline so I can fight barbs more effectively, and I'll keep exploring. There is a kind of crappy city here. I don't know if that's what I want to do. We're going to go for foreign trade because we want maritime industries to be able to build boats faster. There's sailing, so we can build fishing boats now. Oh, what a weird and wonderful start location. I kind of started to love these kind of start locations where you just get crammed into a really awkward situation and then you got to try and make it work. Okay, so the builder has popped. I'm going to buy this fishing boat. I think we just get ourselves another builder because we're going to be focusing on growing this city. So let's move up this way so we can get these online. That growth will come in handy. Unfortunately, I can't buy a spearman. I might be able to snipe this barb camp and get some money out of the kill. See what we can do. Fish boat online. That's half a housing and +1 food for this city, allowing it to continue to grow. There's mining. We're going to go ahead and do this. Half a housing, +1 food. I'm going to go ahead and buy the grassland hill. We're definitely going to prioritize the grassland hill and move a builder over there to get that grassland hill going. That +1 production is going to be huge. We definitely need to get celestial navigation. It's literally the most important thing that we rush this game. We also want to be trading with India. So early traders are going to be useful. We need to get that gold. Gold is going to be a really important part of our strategy this game. And then just hoping we don't get killed. What a strange start. I'm wondering how we pull this back. The double builder opener, right? There's a mining tile, so there's craftsmanship boosted. We now have a good production tile. We'll want another one eventually, so we'll have to be using gold to get that. I'm going to unlock this tile because we want this. And then we'll probably do something like another mine, another fishing boat. And then if we could get that plantation, it would be amazing, but that'll be a while for irrigation. It would be nice to get writing early, but I think just going straight... Fantastic. Oh, Mount Roraima, hello. Going straight, astrology boosted, which is perfect. I think going straight for Harbour feels like a good play, although maybe we should go for writing because it does lead to irrigation, and we want that early science. Okay, well, we still want to stay on God King because we want to get our Pantheon. We also really want to get a trader so we can trade with the other players. Let's grab craftsmanship, see what we can do. I mean, we're just super dead. If anyone attacks us, there's nothing we can do here. This is just too weak of a start. But it's an interesting start, right? Like, there's some intrigue going on here. You know what I mean? Like, we need a monument. We want a trader, for sure. We definitely want this T tile. We definitely want this hill tile. So what if we were to go... I mean, we could get another settler. Let's see. If I were to settle here, what would I do with this city? Well, it would definitely be like a harbor. We could do like a wacky... campus, industrial zone. We need to think about our golf course too. So probably like a golf course here and a golf course here for each of these cities. We may kill Kumasi. Kumasi is a pretty good one to have though. We might try to fight for Kumasi's, heart. In fact, I might put a Mani into Kumasi with my first governor title. I think the thing to do is to get this city up because we're going to go into a dark age. So getting that second city up, I think will help a lot to get this going. There's the fishing boat. Let's buy this tile. This will eventually be a golf club, but for now it'll be a mine. This is such a grim and terrible start location. There's pottery. We do need the granary in this city to actually grow, but we need to get these two districts down too. I don't know when I'm going to build my government district. That's just going to have to happen at some point. All right, there's the mines. We have two production tiles. That's kind of getting this city going a little bit. And you'll hang around just waiting for that T to open up. Okay, there's craftsmanship. We don't want to change anything. We're happy with how we are. Hoping for Fishboat Pantheon. That would really help out my capital. We are going to go for early Empire, I think. Yeah, early Empire is the move, I think. And the reason that early Empire is the move... Scheisse, I forgot to do maritime industries. It's okay. Anything that gets pillaged, we can fix. We have a builder sitting around, so it'll hurt us in the short term. Ooh, he has a galley helping. Oh, okay, the thing didn't help. +1 production from fishing boats, so we will benefit from that. Like the timing on this enemy galley appearing is just amazing. Truly, truly, truly amazing. At least this galley's helping. I'm glad for the assistance. We've unlocked writing. Let's immediately come into the capital. We're going to place the campus. We're going to quickly grab ourselves a couple of galleys. These guys are... This settler is going to make his way down here. This is the only place I can think of to get a city down early. And getting cities down earlier is like an important play. Even if you're in really bad land. Like whatever city you can squeak out is just very useful. All right, repair the fishing boat. I think we'll say prioritize production right now. That's going to be important because we're at our housing cap. Get back into the city. The galley will pop out next turn. So he'll be able to fight off that barb. We want to build 2 galleys to get a boost. I would have liked to have waited until the next era to build a galley to get the era score for that in the next era, but that just wasn't going to happen in this, this current situation. Just is what it is. Now let's keep on hammering. So you might be wondering, like, oh, Potato, like, surely you have a plan to get out of this situation. Like, it's a little bit tough, but I'm sure Potato has a plan. There's no plan. My move here is to just scramble and, like, eke out an existence on the margins of society. That is our plan, right? There's shipbuilding. There's founding a city right here. So at least we have a second city. Let's get the granary going. This city will need assistance. Honestly, I think the monument first. Even though this city really needs a granary, the monument first is important. Let's get our monument for the culture. We have our second galley. Free inquiry. We're definitely going to go for a free inquiry for the era score every time we trigger a Eureka, and the era score for building a building that has science as a base yield. That's something that we would like to do this game. Pyramids and great baths have been built. The city does need amenities. We will have to find amenities. The tea will be able to be gotten online in a couple turns. I'm actually going to go and preemptively buy the tea tile. It is the tea tile that will save me here. Ooh, okay. Possible city that may not be useless. It's a real winner of a city. You know, makes use of the water. We have a shockingly terrible empire planned. Oh, it's so bad, dude. We don't even have... It's turn 48. We have 2 cities and no governor titles. Oh, God. We're getting our first plantation online. At least that'll be a gold tile. And that will allow us to grow a bit. I think in terms of prioritization, I think working these 2 tiles is important. This tile should definitely be locked. The +1 science from this is nice. Let's take astrology and celestial navigation and then shipbuilding because we want to be able to embark. And we also want to get our harbors up. Something we should actually totally prioritize, though, is animal husbandry, so we can actually place down the campus in the second city, and then we'll repeat that tech path. So we're definitely going to be playing top half of the tech tree here in this game, which has some interesting merits and options for like mid to late game aircraft and navy invasions. That's something you should always keep in mind in this sort of game. I don't want to go too far from my capital city, but I do want to explore pretty proactively. We're about to get early empire. Probably should have waited to boost it, but it's important enough that we get this governor title that I was willing to hard research it. We would have gotten it in 2 turns, but we got it 1 turn sooner doing it this way. So we can go into urban planning now. We could take out maritime industry and plug in discipline, which means our galleys should have an easier time holding off any potential stuff. Now, while I really want to explore, I also need to keep my galleys relatively close to home to protect my naval infrastructure until I'm able to get more galleys. In terms of governor, there's a few good choices here. I could go Reina for Harbour Master Tax Collector. I think Pingala is my main way out of this massive deficit that I'm having. Like, I don't even have a place for my government plaza, which is really bad. So I think the early Pingala will really help us here with the scaling. We're going to go for state workforce, and then we're immediately going to go for the campus to try to boost state workforce to get that a little bit sooner. And then we'll go for political philosophy so we can get the classical republic nice and quick to get those amenities going. Classical republic gives you +1 housing and +1 amenity in cities with a district and 15% great person points, which will help us towards our science and great admiral stuff. Obviously, this is not an ideal situation, but it is the situation that we're in, and that is just part of Civ. Sometimes you gotta live with what happens. So what's going on here? Okay, you're getting shot by something, but I can't tell what it is. Interesting. We have met Sunday at Taquita, which is nice. We're finding other players, but what's really just happening is we're discovering how boxed in we really are, which has its own variety of terror. I would actually really like to make sure I secure this chocolate tile, so I will. I'm going to go ahead and place the campus in this city. We have to get this city to 4 population, so that'll be a process, right, over time. We have some milestones we'd like to hit before we do that. Mainly, I need to get builders out of my capital. Let's go ahead and fall you back through this choke point a little. You move back to the left to protect. God, it would be so tempting, but I don't think I should. I don't think I should try to steal India's settler, not in the particular position that I'm in. He wants open borders, but he'll pay me for them, so I'm going to take those open borders. I'm okay with that. We're definitely not going for a tourism game. I definitely want to know a little bit more about my local area and see what we can do to pull out. I don't even know if I'm looking for a win here. I'm just trying to pull out like any sort of marginal successful existence. So their state workforce. Is maybe the government plaza more important than a theatre square? I think so, even though the culture would be really nice and it's a really well placed culture district. Maybe I'll put my government plaza here speculatively so that when we get to 7 pop we can do that. We should really build the library because +2 science right now is insane. So let me list off all the things that I need to get. I need to get a builder for the city of Dumfries because it's got a cocoa resource here that we need to improve. I need to get another 2 build charges for the fishing tiles in here. I need to get a trader. I also need to build a library. I need to build my government plaza. I think the highest return on investment right now is the government plaza. So that's the thing that I'm going to work on. And I'm going to take Connoisseur on Pingala to get +1 culture per turn in the city, which now that the city is going to scale off population, we need to also get the granary in here so that we can build the harbour, right? So there's a lot of things that need to be done in the city of Stirling. I think that one of the most important ones is getting the government plaza, then a builder. So let me just queue up everything that I want, okay? So you can kind of see the prioritization I have to do. I want a government plaza, I want a builder, I want a trader. In fact, I probably want 2 builders because another one after the settle seems like the right move. So in terms of return on investment, I think the government plaza into settler, into builder, granary, trader, library. The government plaza gets me a governor title for Pingala, which will get me extra science. The settler will get the city up and running early. I could probably delay the settler. Maybe I should go library second to get that science going. Maybe this is a better pattern. Yeah, maybe. And then I also need to get the harbour that I haven't even unlocked yet. I don't even have the ability to place that yet. There's so much that I need to do, man. I got to do it all. I got to do it all, and I don't got the production for it. I don't got any production. Okay, we could live on the margins of society. Like if we settle here, okay, hear me out. Let them cook, right? Harbour, campus, right? A little marginal island. We're eking out an existence on the edge of, marginal terrain. We're going to need to think about more galleys, I think, soon. That's going to be important. I will put an industrial zone here, maybe. I don't know. We'll kind of leave things planned as they are right now. I don't know. Alrighty. Government plaza completed in Stirling, which means we can upgrade Pingala with researcher, getting us the extra +1 science per turn for population in the city, which is a +5 base science boost, bringing us up to a much healthier 15 and 13 science and culture respectively. We're going to get the library up. At political philosophy, we'll plug in the settler and builder card so that we can get through these a little bit faster. Okay. And then we got to build the building that, makes it easier for us to settle, or rather we need to build our government plaza buildings. This is just chaos, this game already. It's turn 64 and we're scrambling, which is honestly, it's a really awesome place to be. Okay, so there's political philosophy. Let's government unlock. We definitely go classical republic here. It just is the default choice. Boom. Very obvious choice. We're going to plug in the settler and builder card. We're also going to plug in charismatic leader so we can start to control other city-states. And that is totally fine. We 100% need to make our way towards defensive tactics so we can get the mausoleum. The money that we have is great because I might be able to buy a trader instead of having to hard build one. And I might be able to buy one of my buildings. We'll just see how the production goes. But my gold needs to be preserved, basically, is what I'm saying. So I think India might be sending Varus towards me. And if he hits me with Varus, I'm just dead, dude. I'm just actually dead. And we'll just re-roll at that point. Now here's the interesting thing is this city can actually help out with some of this. Like I could build a builder in here, which would take some of the pressure of one of these builders off my capital. In fact, I could build 2 builders in here. And that would take the pressure off my capital in a big way. We'll slow down the development of Dumfries in particular, getting our harbour placed, but I'm okay with that because I would be getting these really good fishing tiles and this cocoa online. So again, that's something I'm willing to live with. Also, the really horrible thing is I have absolutely no plans for entertainment districts, which is a huge thing when you're playing Scotland. And we have no plans for it because our land is just horrendous. Okay, we are hanging out, doing the thing, hanging out with the wanging out. We're up to 6 population in the capital, which is very, very nice in terms of population. We do have an excess of food, and we also are suffering a food penalty. So I think we might actually work the library specialty slot because I think the science might be worth more. It might be one of the rare times that working that scientist specialist slot is actually worth it. So yeah, we're going to work this because do I want +1 production or do I want +2 science? 2.3 science. Like that's the thing. I think I want the 2.3 science while we're building the settler because it doesn't speed the settler up, but it does get me like a pretty significant science boost in the short term. We need to get to universities. We need to get to apprenticeship. We need to get to shipyards. So let's have a look at some of the bottom of the tech tree stuff. Watermills aren't going to be super useful for me this game. Not important. Nor is a lot of this bottom of the tech tree stuff. Lumber mills aren't going to be useful. Currency could be useful, as could mathematics. I definitely think apprenticeship is like key. So I think archery, horseback riding, currency into apprenticeship. That's our next goal because we want that +1 production from mines. It just makes these 2 tiles better. And generally we'll make these volcano tiles better. Well, desert tiles better when we get around to actually building them. What a marginal, horrendous start, by the way. So this is the entertainment complex. Normally you would like to go for the Colosseum as Scotland, but we're just in such a weird, chaotic location. It's not an option. We would like to be suzerain of Kumasi because of the trade route potential. A lot of my turns right now are just hitting end turn. Nothing very interesting is happening, honestly. I suppose the only small comfort I have is that on a small continent's map, the AI struggles a bit sometimes. So that might give me a chance. Let's get this city out. We want to get this city out as well. And we may as well get that settler out before we try to grow the city. And then we should stop working this because growth is now useful again. We could also buy the granary. I think we'd be better off buying the trader. Let's have a look at the trade screen, what the available routes are. So like for gold, we could get 6 gold from that, or we could get 3 food, 2 production in this brand new city. So I think I'm going to buy a trader in the brand new city to get it kickstarted. I think that's a reasonable play. I'm also going to chop this cocoa before I oh god, I don't even have cocoa chop, do I? No, I don't have bronze working. So let's go bronze working into currency. I'll redirect this builder to the crabs. It's going to be another dark age. Hey, listen, we were born. I didn't see light until I was nearly a man. I was born in the darkness. You merely adopted the dark age. Okay, so with our third city down on a new continent, apparently, with an incredibly chaotic, evil start, I bid you adieu. Let's go ahead and place that harbour. That's a +5 harbour right there. I reckon we want the granary and monument first, then the harbour to get the city going. But yeah, I'm gonna call this the end of the first episode. What a strange and wonderful world that we live in, that this type of game is even possible. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I love you all very much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.